Hey guys, Jacqueline Fernandez here at the Alert Center. Thank you so much for joining me this afternoon. So I wanted to talk a little bit about Fernandez files. So these are stories that I personally pick out that I think, mean something to you, mean something to me, mean something to the community. Stories that, might be new, might be breaking, might be something that you've already seen, but something that, maybe we can delve into a little bit more. So today for Fernandez files, of course, we do want to talk about Governor Jim Pillen's State of the State address today. So we'll be covering that. We're also going to revisit this just crazy story, right, about the 3 people arrested after an Omaha couple basically leave their home to go on vacation. They have their home listed on Airbnb, and then they discover that the people who are renting their home are cooking meth in their home. So we're going to talk about that a little bit more. And also a ban from the FDA of dye number 3 from foods. So these are the main topics that we'll be covering. And as always, I do want to talk a little bit about First Alert 6 weather and any impending weather days we have coming our way. Hopefully it is going to get a little bit warmer and then it's back to the cold. So we'll take a closer look at that. So for the first Fernandez file today, again, want to talk about the State of the State address with Governor Pillen. So we do have this story available for you on our website. That's firstalert6.com. Here it is, and I'm just going to kind of briefly go over what was mentioned today.
A voice to support on a number of bills introduced in the legislature, including...
Mute that video there. There we go. Okay. So here's Governor Pillen today making a bunch of proposals, just letting everybody know kind of what his plans are and what he has done so far, etc. So today he started with remarks of him feeling, quote, more invigorated than ever before. Now you'll recall that really scary moment of that horse riding accident in December that landed the governor in the hospital. He had to have multiple surgeries, and we were all kind of waiting to see just how this play out. So he did get pretty lucky in that one, I'll say. Another thing he addressed is what he calls some wins for the state, including having one of the lowest unemployment rates in the United States. So that is something kind of cool that he touched on. He then did move on to some of his goals, saying that he plans to continue to simplify the state government, and this includes plans to cut spending. Since I've been here in Nebraska, this is something that Governor Jim Pillen has been stressing greatly, and something that we still need to see prioritized again this year. Now, another one of his goals is to prioritize improvements to school funding, and we will see how that all plays out. Now, you'll recall, I believe a couple days ago, the governor and some senators introduced various bills on helping youth in regards to social media and just the unfortunate mental consequences that can come of that and being distracted in school, etc. And he did also share his support of bills that aim to protect agriculture in the state, including banning lab-grown meat from our state. I'm sure a lot of cattle producers in our area really appreciate that one. So moving on to the next Fernandez files. This one we're going to chat about is the FDA ban on dye number 3. Okay, so this is also something we have a story that's on our website for you. So I will head to our website full screen here in just one second. All right, there we go. So I thought this was interesting for Fernandez file. The dye was actually banned from cosmetics due to a potential cancer risk, and that was 35 years prior, right? So skin and food, I guess, are 2 separate topics there, but we did have a red flag about this kind of early on, so that's something to take note of. Health advocates say this is the substance that, if you recall, kind of gives some candies that beautiful like red hue, right? So candies, snack cakes, that maraschino cherry bright red hue. Now the agency said it was taking action because some studies did find, and I'll pause this video kind of right here in the middle here, there we go. I'll pause this on that image for you of the nurse taking some notes here. But they did find the dye caused cancer in lab rats, and this is part of the Delaney Clause, which does require the FDA to ban any additive food found to cause cancer in people or animals. So something to take note of there. Now, as far as looking ahead, so what does this mean in looking ahead? How soon will we see these items off store shelves? Well, food manufacturers have until January 2027 to remove the dye from their products. Makers of ingested drugs have until January 2028 in order to do the same. So something to definitely take note of there. Now, as we get to our third story for Fernandez files this afternoon, this story just kind of blew my mind on the anchor desk last night. Our Philip Catafamo reported on this story and was lucky enough to not only give us the facts, but also give us an interview with the couple who said they were essentially duped when they put their home on Airbnb, only to come home to find out, yeah, their kitchen was used as a meth lab. So not something that, we would want to come home and find. And of course, not to mention, I mean, just all of those, the awful aftermath from those chemicals in the air of your home. I can only imagine what that's like. So you can find this story on our website, firstalert6.com. So we'll head over there right now. Here's some of that video for you, but yeah, just one of these crazy stories that you hear about in the community, and you always think this can't happen in my community, this can't happen in my neighborhood, and then here we go, right? So yeah, this is just an unfortunate occurrence that from last night's story. Police say, like this gentleman here, the from the OPD narcotics unit says, we could see more of this kind of happening in our area. I was doing some research just kind of on the side before the broadcast aired last night, and I thought it was just interesting. So a lot of Mexican cartels apparently come over to the United States to make meth because it is a lot cheaper over here. I guess they can put a lot more of those bad substances in there, and as the fentanyl trade starts to die down a little bit, this is something that now we're seeing an increase in, and something that is affecting the United States and clearly the greater Omaha metropolitan area. So if you do want to check out this story, I'll let you have the full story available for you as a web extra on our website. Again, that's firstalert6.com. Now, last but not least, I do want to talk a little bit about the weather. So at last check, we were all kind of just cold and hopeful that Thursday and Friday were going to look beautiful, and then who knows about Saturday and Sunday, because all I can think of are those two red bars on Emily's forecast just saying, watch out for next Monday and Tuesday. So those are going to be First Alert 6 weather days. So let's find out what the latest is here. And again, you can always head to our website for the latest on weather. Here's the First Alert 6 weather days. Arctic air brings coldest temps of the season to start next week. Yikes. So here are those two red bars, I like to call them, right? Kind of alarming, but you just have to be prepared. That's all I can say. So meteorologists reporting that, yeah, Monday and Tuesday of next week, coldest air of the season to start. Sub-zero lows possible each morning. So might be a good chance for you to just kind of like sleep in if you can, if you have the luxury to do so, or just don't go outside in those early morning hours, something I'll have to remind myself of too, since I typically walk my dog early in the morning. And wind chills, get this, oh my gosh, my least favorite part of Nebraska, wind chills as cold as -20 degrees. Hopefully no one experiences what that is like for too long. I mean, you walk outside and, okay, this is pleasant, you need a heavier coat, right? So something to take note of there. As we head back to this week though, let's take a live look outside from our Blackstone camera. A beautiful sunny day out there. And it is getting a little bit warmer today. So decreasing clouds, yeah, barely a cloud in the sky there, with a high of 37 today. So not too bad. Tonight, mostly clear with a low of 24. Not too bad at night either. And then Thursday, here is the day where I was joking on air that, you want to call in sick on Thursday, right? It's going to be mostly sunny with a high of 45 degrees out there. So make sure you take advantage of that. Let's take a closer look from our first national camera, the Missouri River here. Yeah, a lot of, you can clearly see it's sunny out there. Still, the trees are, we're still in winter, so you can see the large chunks of ice just flowing down the river. And the leaves still off the trees as we speak, but hopefully we might see a few buds come out on Thursday. I have a lot of high hopes for Thursday, being mostly sunny with that high of 45 again. And then Friday, so good news there, mostly sunny with a high of 46. Let's take a quick look at 90th and Dodge and see how traffic is flowing this afternoon. So far traffic's flowing smoothly during the lunch hour for many of us, so that's a good sign there. And yeah, the roads don't look slick, and the sun is shining, and yeah, so we are on this warm up today into Thursday and Friday, and then there is the weekend, of course, and then bam, Monday and Tuesday, the red bar alert, if you will. So something to stay tuned for there for sure. Now, in the meantime, just want to say thank you so much for joining me today at the Alert Center for Fernandez Files. We hope you have a wonderful day today and an even better day on Thursday and Friday with those gorgeous, gorgeous temperatures that we're anticipating outside. In the interim, you can stay up to date on the latest news and weather on our website, firstalert6.com. And of course, please do stay tuned for our broadcast at 3 o'clock with Dave Zavolinsky. And we'll see you then.